Hi YouTube. Today we're gonna teach you how to install some wheel stripe or wheel tape or rim tape, rim stripe, however you want to call it. And this is a wheel of DRZ400SM version with 17-inch wheels. It's the same process for any other sports bike which wears 17-inch wheels. Some of them might have a little lip. I think most of them have a little lip, but these ones, it's a flat surface. So this is the one I did on the inside the house. And I highly recommend taking the wheel off the motorcycle. It's one of those jobs that the more care and the more time you want to put into the project, the better it's gonna look. So if you're unsure about the whole process, you might want to ask somebody who's a little bit more used to put stickers and decals, things like that. Or I mean, your kit should have a little bit of extra strips so you can try a little bit before you actually just to feel how it works out, how the material handles. So we're gonna flip this over, and things you're gonna need is your rim stripes and alcohol to clean the wheel, which I put in a bottle here, some scissors, and one thing quite important is the outside or ambient temperature. Here I'm at about 60 degrees Fahrenheit or 15, more or less 14 degrees Celsius. You want to do this at room temperature because when it gets cold, it's not gonna stick. And if you have to do it outside, I would suggest using a heat gun and heating your rim just so the surface is actually warm, so it sticks better, because that might be a problem for the adhesive to stick on it. So we're gonna start by cleaning the wheel, which is really important, because especially on the rear wheel, because if you use like a wax or spray type for a chain lube, a lot of time it oversprays on the wheel and it will not stick at all. Believe me, you really need your wheel to be scrub clean, like you want that shine there. So it's really the perfect. It needs to be super clean for it to stick on. Basically, that's all what I'm trying to say here. So get a clean rag and clean your wheel. This, by the way, is isopropyl alcohol I got from Walmart, 91%. You just want it to be really clean with no grease at all for it to stick. By the way, these are OEM stickers. I'm not gonna remove them because I'm gonna put these wheels for sale after. Alright, so this is the sticker sheet you get, and the first step here is you want to cut these with a scissors, and you want to cut it as close as you can from the upper side of the sticker. So we're gonna start doing that right now, and the reason is you will want to use that top edge as a visual guide to where to install the strip on the wheel. Alright, so you need 4 stripes per wheel here, and we're gonna start. So you begin by taking the end of one of the stripes here and take about, let's say, remove about 1.5 inches of the release paper and cut it out like this. You do the same thing on the other end, and on the other side you might want to leave just a little less, just so it's not too sticky. Alright. that aside. Okay, so these are pre-curve obviously, but they still need a little bit of guidance for them to work properly. And remember when I said to cut it the closest you can on the top? This is where it comes in handy. You want to hold it in the middle here and make sure both sides, left side and right side, land at the right place, you know, the same distance on each side. So here, you know, you just eyeball it. I got about, you know, 1-2 millimeter. By the way, I keep switching between metric and imperial units here, and the same thing on both sides. So this follows right along the edge of the wheel. So once you have this, you know, properly centered, hold your hand in the middle here and slowly release it and make it and go from the middle to the outside like this, just so there's no more tension in the sticker itself. And by the way, you gotta make sure it always lands at the right place. Alright, now the hard part. Take one end, the end with the less adhesive showing, take it off, and you take the pre-mask layer all the way out. And what I like doing here is take your hand and make a little hole like this, just to hold that, you know, in the air so it doesn't stick anywhere. And with your finger, just let it follow the edge like this. And if it strays too far on the edge, on the outside, you can always peel it back like so, and just push a little bit on the inside, like going this way. But you want to let the sticker follow its course. So we got that one piece done here. And by the way, don't press on it until you know it's at the right place. Now it's where I want it to be. You can put a little bit of pressure, and then you take your pre-mask here. And by the way, if your wheel is really clean, you're gonna have a lot of this. Really sticks pretty well. Maybe this side is easier. Now you want to slowly pull back, just like so, at a pretty extreme angle. And sometimes if you pull too fast, you might have some sticker, like a sticky residue on it. So just take your time. So I've got one piece done here. So we're going to rotate this. We're going to do the same thing for number 2 here. Side. And you want about 1/2 inch here also of overlap. 1 inch to 1/4 inch. So you align your first end here, just like so, and you press in the middle here, and you want to make sure it lands where you want it to be on that side. There you go. That looks good. You might have a little bit of variation from the stripe to the edge. This really depends on how you know, if you're a perfectionist or not. But this is not something that's going to show once it's on the bike and you're looking at it. So you do the same thing here. You just let the sticker follow its trail. Now you see here it went a little bit too much on the outside, so just peel it back slowly. And just push a little bit on the inside. A little too much. By the way, here, I'm just doing this in one shot. It's your bike. You you know, you do it as much. If it's not straight enough for you, pull it back and try again. So we got that one down. Alright, so my camera stopped recording. I don't know why. So we were at the strip number 3. Stripe. Not sure anymore. I keep switching from French to English in my daily life. You kind of lose some part after a while. Alright. Let's try that again. Looks really good. So, the last one. Where is it? There it is. Same thing for the last one. After your first side, you should be pretty good at that thing. And if you leave enough overlap everywhere, you should have a decent amount left here. Looks pretty good. Lower. All right, I'm happy with this. See? Not too far on the outside. Just do it again and push more toward the inside. It's not sticking on top of the other sticker here. Alright. So I guess a good thing to remove your stickers. Alright, so this is the final installation. And that was my other side. You can see it there, a bit there. So that's the one I did in the basement, and that's the one I did live. I could have been a bit more careful here, but as you say, as I am saying, this is a tutorial, and the installation will look as good as the effort the installer puts into it. So this is it. Good luck on your installation.